What is up, you guys? Hope you're doing well, and happy Friday. We are going to dive right on in. In your book, go ahead and turn to page 30, okay? Page 30, and we're looking at number 111. Okay, we're getting into some stuff that's a little bit out there, so to speak. We're getting into concepts that were used in 20th century music, so this is a lot more modern kind of music. And when they got more modern, they tried out some different stuff, and some of it sounds really, really cool. Some of it just sounds really, really weird. And some of the stuff that you guys need to know about is, these techniques that are used, because there are going to be some pieces of music that may use some of these techniques and some of these concepts. However rare it may be, you still need to be able to know how to play it and understand what it's doing. So, in number 111, we are doing a whole tone scale. Now, we've talked about how to form just a regular major scale, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, okay, where we have a combination of whole steps and half steps. With a whole tone scale, you can probably guess, everything is whole tones. It's a whole step. It's whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step. It's just entirely whole steps, which makes the scale sound a little bit weird. Okay, so number 111 is our whole tone scale, or one of the whole tone scales. It starts on a concert E flat, and then it just goes up by whole steps from there. So I'll play through it. It's going to sound a little bit funky. Okay, it's not going to sound like your typical scale that we've played in class before. Okay. Sounds a little weird, right? Okay. When you just play the scale just entirely like that, it does sound very, very odd. However, whole tone scales, you're not usually just going to be going up or down the scale. You're going to be, jumping around a little bit, like how a lot of pieces that we played, what they do with the melody is it's not just going up or down a scale, but little bits and pieces. Yes, it's a little bit weird. It's going to feel a little bit odd at first, and that's completely normal, okay? So for 112, the excerpt from Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. This is one that also is going to feel very weird playing. I'm not a huge fan of this piece of music just because it just sounds like a little but in some musical world, or some people appreciate it in a certain way. And you know what? Music is music in all different ways. All right. So this is Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, and it's again using that whole tone scale that we just talked about at 111. All right, here we go. Okay, little bizarre, especially going to that note right there at the end. Definitely more modern and off sounding. All right, so the last one that I'm going to have you do that's also using a whole tone scale is number 114, okay, on page 31. And this is a duet that if we just play line A, you're going to go, okay, that sounds like a normal melody like what we play in class. It's when they add in the harmony line that really makes it just a little bit different, okay? So the main line A, like I said, is something that we would play in class. I mean, we perform a concert, and this might be the melody for it because it's just a very straightforward melody, okay? This is line A. Okay? Really, really straightforward. And it's not too crazy range-wise. It does switch into a 3-4 and then back to 2-4 right there in the middle, but we've done more complicated stuff than just 1 3-4 bar thrown in there. Okay? Now, line B is where it gets funky. Okay? So if we add line B in now, it's going to sound very, very different from line A. like not even the same thing. Okay, not even remotely close. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a video of what the duet sounds like together. It's using an app called Acapella. That was the app I used to do the videos that I had put out earlier this week of stuff that I did when I was bored. You're more than welcome to download it. It's a lot of fun. And you can kind of try doing this duet with yourself. It's a fairly short video for today just because we're covering just a little bit of stuff. I didn't want to dive into the next bit just because it's a lot of information that I wanted to cover all at once rather than just a little bit now and then a little bit then. But yeah, so don't forget, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Also, remember that the Google Hangout Meet thing is today. For 8th grade, I believe it is at 2 o'clock, okay? And I really hope to see y'all there. All right, love you, miss you.